Hi, this is Julie from Your Own Marketing System and New Horizons 123. I want to show you in this brief tutorial how you can grab images and or headers from the internet and use them for your own projects using a free software called Paintnet. Now, the first thing I want to warn you about is make sure that you have the right to use these images. Don't just go to Google, look for an image and say I like that and take it, because chances are it is copyrighted, and if somebody finds out, you could very easily get sued. So what I'm referring to is, let's say I tell you, okay, you like my header here, you can go grab that. Or if you belong to a network marketing company and you're an independent rep and you're using one of our marketing systems to promote the products and or the business opportunity, you're then 99% of the time allowed to use their images. Just check your terms and make sure that you can. Or let's say you have a friend that has a blog and you liked an image that she had on it that she made herself, and she said you can take it. So I just want to verify that I'm not suggesting you go out and steal images, because you'll get in trouble. But we want to use a free software, a free product called Paintnet. Now, Paint generally comes with computers and it's listed in the accessories. Paintnet is an upgraded free version of Paint. And I recommend, because it's been recommended to me, that cnet.com is a reputable site to do downloads from, because some people will throw things on your computer that you don't want. So just go into Google and type in Paint.net CNET, and when you click on the link, you should be looking at a screen that looks like this. So I'm not going to download it because I already have it on my computer. So when you go through the download process, even CNET, they will sometimes throw in some extra things that you don't want in there. So when you're going through the process, it's going to say, do you want this game or do you want this toolbar? And by default, they're generally checked off. So just make sure when you're going through the download process that anything that does not say Paint.net, unless you want it on your computer, untick it, because then it's going to throw it on your computer. So now we're going to assume that you have downloaded Paint.net, and you're going to be looking at a screen that looks like this. This is my Paint.net screen. So now let's get back over to a website that I do have the rights to use the images, because I am a rep here, so I won't get in trouble. Now I'm using the marketing system, and I want to grab a header. I don't have a header. So what you do for this, you might decide that I don't want to use this header because it's got some stuff in it that I don't want, but I'll show you a trick. You might want some of these images. The process is the same no matter what it is that you're doing, no matter what you're grabbing. That's a nice one, actually. That's new. They changed their website. So what you do is you come to the website where you want to grab the image from. You hold down the Alt and Control key with your left hand on your keyboard, and you click Print Screen while you're holding down Alt and Control with your left hand, and let go. What that does is it takes the screen, it takes a snapshot of the entire screen, holds it in your computer, and when you come over to Paint.net and you hold down the Control key and hit the letter V, it pops up on your screen. Now you're looking at the exact same thing in Paint.net that we were looking at on the web. Now obviously we don't want this whole thing because that's silly. So what you do is you come under Tools and you click the drop down menu and click Rectangular Select, and you literally will draw a square around what you want. And I'm choosing this rather than the middle image for a reason, because I'm going to add an extra little trick in here. So I'm drawing a square. Generally you don't want navigation in your header if it's not functional. That's kind of silly. So now I've outlined what it is that I want to grab. The next thing you do is you come up to Image, click on it, and then click on Crop to select. So this entire image that I selected is now the only thing that you're seeing here. Now I don't want this on here, so here's another little trick. Come over here under Color Picker, click on it, select the color that you want to use by just left-clicking your mouse. Come back here under Paintbrush, click it. This is brush width, is what's going to show you how big you can make this circle that's going to erase something. I'm going to use 13. Actually, that's a little small. You see that? I could make it bigger if I wanted to by just clicking on 20. And that will get rid of that, and you simply just go right over the text that you want to cover up just by doing that. Now here's another thing I don't want. This is not something I want on my header, so I'm going to do the same thing. Now if this were a different color, which it looks like it actually might be, you could come and do the same thing and select the color. Select the color picker, come closer to where you are, click it, come back here under Paintbrush, and then I'm going to use that 20 up here because it's just what's already there, and I'm going to simply erase this text because I don't want this in my header. Okay, if I'd used a bigger one it would have shown up. Here's another little trick. This is in my way, so I'm going to exit out. I'm just going to do this. And let's say I X this out by mistake. That's important. Let's X that out. It's not going anywhere. There we go. Let's say, oh no, I X that out. How do I get it back? It took me forever to figure it out, but it's going to take you 2 seconds because I'm going to show you. You click on Windows and you reset and it comes right back. Now this header is very long. How do I know that? I'm just looking at it, but also if you click on Image and Resize Image, this tells you the dimensions of the header. It's 1194 by 147. If you're using our marketing systems, I can tell you that a lot of the templates that allow you to upload headers are 960 wide. So I'm simply going to replace the width with 960. Notice that I have maintained the aspect ratio here because I don't want this distorted. So when I changed that to 960, the height was automatically adjusted, and then just click OK. And there's your header. So now let's do that with something else. Let's say we want the middle section here. So we're going to again hold down Alt, Control Alt, and hit Delete. Hit Print Screen with your right hand. Come back over to Paint, hit Control V. Now look at this. This has 3 options. It's Expand Canvas, Keep Canvas, and Cancel. You want to click on Expand Canvas. Now again, we're looking at the same thing that we were looking at on the web, but it's on our Paint.net screen. Come up under Tools, click the drop down, click Rectangular Select, and I'm going to outline the area that I want to use. And then I'm going to show you another little trick and then I'm done. Click on Image, Crop to Select. Now I'm just guessing that this is not 960. I'm going to resize it. 959 is dangerously close. So what I'm going to do is show you what the trick is in case that wasn't big enough. Rather than trying to resize this, if you try to make this bigger, it's going to distort it. Making it smaller you can do. But if you have an image that's not the right size, you can change your screen resolution by clicking on View. I'm in Firefox. I'm not exactly sure what it is in Internet Explorer. It's probably something similar. And then you click on Zoom In. And if you'll notice, it's bigger now and it's not distorted. So I would just go and do the same thing. Hold down Control Alt, Print Screen, come back to Paint.net, Control V. There we go. And now I'm going to just select it, and it's probably going to be too big, so I'll show you how to resize it. We're not going to get those little things on the bottom because they would look silly in a header. Come up to Image, Crop to Selection. To find out the size, put your mouse on Image, look at Resize, and it's actually too big, so I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to make it 960. You'll notice that the height also changed. Click OK. And then to save the file, click on File, Save As. You can be a .png, whatever it is that you want. Name it. If you're using our marketing systems, I suggest that you name it something very specific. Don't call it header. Don't call it banner new. Call it the name of what it is so that it's specific to that particular page. If you're a network marketer and you promote 3 different companies and you're making sales funnels for 3 different companies and you call them all header, they're gonna all interchange with each other. So in this case, I would call it iClubBiz new header, and I would call it something else like I don't know, test, just so it's very clear and it's different from all of the other things. And then you would just click Save, and then you click OK, and there's your header. So I hope that helped you. And again, if you don't have Paint.net, find it by Googling Paint.net CNET and download it to your computer, and you can pretty much grab anything that you want. Thank you very much.